Hello and welcome to Today in Gaming, Episode 2. I'm your host, Dominic Parry, and today with me are...
James, yeah.
And Harry Gibbons.
And Harry, yeah. Right, so today we're going to talk about the Arkham games, so the Batman kind of games by Rocksteady. However, before we get into that, James is going to start the discussion on the Warner Gaming sellout.
Yeah, so AT&T, the owners of Time Warner, have a $200 billion debt they want to get to mitigate. So the first thing they do, the first thing that they do is try and sell their gaming division for $4 billion, offsetting around about 2%. So yeah, by looks of it, they're trying to sell their entire gaming division in one go to whoever. They said that in the article at CNBC, they said they are still looking to lease out the licenses, so whatever happens, so potentially we might still see Rocksteady or Rocksteady make a DC game, or Injustice make, or NetherRealm make an Injustice game.
Yeah.
Still. But yeah.
With those licenses, right? So, because obviously Warner Brothers is a huge company and it's got all like loads of the film licenses, TV licenses, IP licenses in general from even like things of the past. Do you think this like sort of, well, I mean, we're talking about their famous ones, obviously, mostly the DC products. Then you've got like the Harry Potter products, Lord of the Rings tie-ins. Like, this could be very bad.
Well, you wouldn't say
it can
bad.
Be, and it's a very weird thing.
I think
It depends who buys them, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. Yeah.
Have you got the four, wasn't it, kind of potential buyers?
Yeah. There's apparently at the moment there's 5 interested parties: Take-Two, EA, and Activision.
Ooh.
2 of them want to remain unnamed, but I think you can have a pretty good guess of what those other 2 are, which would be Microsoft and Sony.
Right.
It's early.
That would make sense on a business point, I guess.
It's too early. It's a $4 billion potential acquisition. It's not going to be quick. This isn't buying a single studio.
If anything, it's going to be like the Fox buyout.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good, a year or more before
I would
anything.
say it would be a year. I would definitely say until September.
All right. Well,
but I guess an analogy you could use there is like, if a new manager sort of takes over though at this sort of thing, as it will be, like these products will be under new management, the things won't be implemented within even, I imagine, the first year of the deal anyway. So I feel like the stuff that we know about could be safe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that, obviously the worst kept secret, that WB Montreal Batman game, that's happening.
Yeah.
You'd be stupid not to release that thing.
so
The Harry Potter game, that's happening. We know that exists.
there's a thing
The
happening.
Rocksteady game is a bit more of a...
There's a thing happening at some point. I've forgotten the date. I've just forgotten it. I've forgotten it.
October 22nd? August 22nd?
The DC fan zone. Fandom.
Yeah, I think it's August 22nd, I believe.
DC fandom. Okay, I can't see anything on it, but that's fantastic. That's not very good, is it?
Yeah, they've not really helped your point there. I'm going to see if I can scour it.
August 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah.
Is it a stream? Because I doubt
it's a free global online event boasting big announcements and new content from across the DC's TV, movies, games, and comics, and only available for 24 hours.
It's essentially what they've been doing with the games, the whole Summer Fest of Games. Summer Game Festival. It's just going to be that. It's going to be like E3, but for DC.
As of now, the massive endeavour will include the cast and creators of the following DC titles: Aquaman, The Batman, Batwoman, Black Adam, Black Lightning, DC
The
Supergirls,
Batman.
DC's Legends of Tomorrow, DC Stargirl, Doom Patrol, The Flash, Harley Quinn, as in the cartoon one, Snyder Cut,
Wow.
Lucifer, Pennyworth, Shazam, The Suicide Squad. Also, it is James Gunn. He's gonna. That's the going trailer. Supergirl, Superman, Lois, Teen Titans Go, Titans, Watchmen, Young Justice Outsiders,
Watchmen.
and of course
Oh, for
Wonder
the
Woman.
show, probably.
1984. Yeah, but the thing is, Watchmen's finished, and they've already said they're not doing a second season.
Yeah, they said it was going to
So-
play its own thing.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll do it for like they'll do a like HBO All Access reveal thing, whatever. HBO Max, is it? Maybe that's what they'll do. But I'm imagining it's probably just going to be on it from release because it's a massive HBO product.
this is the actual thing, right? When they say Watchmen, they actually mean they're making a new movie about Watchmen.
I
they
mean,
just-
deal. Because I would die on a hill for that Zack Snyder 2009. That is honestly one of my favourites. So, which is maybe divisive.
He does do it very well, but
Yeah.
I don't understand the praise for Damon Lindelof's or whatever,
Yeah.
because it's not Watchmen. It's like
At
a
all.
weird. It's like a weird sequel that isn't a sequel because it hasn't really got much of a connection to the original. Like
It reminded me of like The Cursed Child for Harry Potter.
where it's like it's a sequel,
But
it's not.
But it is
Glorified fan
essentially-
fiction. Oh, yeah, a sequel, yeah.
the sequel that is a sequel but isn't a sequel. There we go. That's our one per episode.
Yeah.
It's
Got it in.
Yeah. It's what's his face from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
It really is.
I think the biggest ones on here are The Batman, Black Adam, and I think Snyder Cut.
We're assuming
and
The Rock's
Supergirl.
going to be here then.
Yeah,
is
the,
that what we're basically
the Suicide
saying?
Squad and Superman Lois.
Oh.
Wonder Woman isn't really, because those are the only ones that are like, and Batwoman actually, because she just quit, didn't she? So
Yeah, so we're probably going to get the recasting announcement, I imagine.
I wonder if they're going to go back on their decision to make a new character.
Or what about?
I saw- That didn't go down well at all.
I saw a leaked. Did you see the description?
Oh, it's so bad. It's like
yeah.
the whole thing about Batwoman is it's all like her family members. You can't just swap them out. It doesn't work like that.
After one season.
What happened? Where did we cover up until I cut out?
Oh, did you cut? I didn't even realise you cut out. I thought you'd just been
That
quiet.
was nice and smooth. Yeah, it was a nice and
Yeah.
decent. It wasn't too noticeable. You're all good.
So
So
last
yeah,
week, it was last week, wasn't it?
For
PS5.
Was it last week?
Yeah, it was last Thursday.
Oh my god, it was, yeah, because we did the video on Friday. So basically, PS5 reveal event happened last week. Me and James already did a video on that, so go and watch that one if you want a more in-depth discussion. However, we will have a brief discussion about it now, just to
To summarise,
summarise,
Yeah.
essentially. So Harry, did
GTA
you...
5 on PS5. Let's go.
the
No.
big announcement of the night, of course. I mean, yeah, I watched the whole event. I queued in. I was
7 hours, wasn't it?
no, it was actually it wasn't too bad. The whole build up was horrible. Yeah, I watched maybe 45 minutes of the build up when it just had like, thank God, like I didn't watch all of that. But
And you cut
yeah,
to the trailers.
honestly, all the discussions before were literally just like, God, I hope they cut to the trailers. God, I hope they don't just like sit there and be like, the PS5 is the newest release from Sony. Like, honestly, but it was good. It was mostly trailers, but not as hyped as I expected. But I think I just like heightened
it can't be.
enthusiasm. Yeah, it's always going to be a bit disappointing. I mean, I didn't think they'd show it for one. I was quite surprised.
Oh, yeah, I think they've gone too far with not showing it.
Yeah.
too.
Because that's what I was sort of expecting. And there was like a few surprises where I was like, obviously Horizon 2 is kind of obvious. We knew that was coming. I
Yeah.
was sort of expecting something for God of War. Nothing there.
I thought it was, but then it was Demon's Souls.
No,
Demon's Souls, yeah, which is...
I think God
I
of
thought that was
War.
God of War.
God of War, I think they're probably saving that one because they know that's going to be a big one.
True. I thought Resident Evil was going to be Silent Hill as well. But I was thinking this is a weird sort of...
Didn't Silent Hill get like a weird leak?
Yeah, that's exactly... Everyone was like, it's going to
Yeah.
lead with it, like to be the PS5
This-
spooky thing.
the Silent Hill Konami rumors, with like it being a PlayStation exclusive, is exactly what AT&T is wanting to do with WB. Is license it out the same way Konami's going to license out.
That could be rough though. I really hope it doesn't eventually like evolve into console exclusivity. I've never.
That's the
possibility though.
I do say in the PS5 video, just a little tidbit here, Spider-Man and Spider-Man 0.5 and Spider-Man 2 when that comes out. If Sony got desperate, they should just release that as like a bundle. Because it would sell like wild.
They're doing it with Horizon. They've tested the waters with Horizon. Horizon
interesting
release.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Last of Us 2 wasn't there, was it?
No, because they've already announced that.
There was a lot of
it's coming out
backlash as well, and it's I don't know. So it is interesting they avoided that because that could be like the flagship. Because I'm imagining it's going to be another, day one PS5. Probably enhanced edition, maybe.
They're going to do that. It's coming up this Friday, and I've stayed away from all the spoilers that got leaked. Some people don't like them. Some people said the spoilers are okay when you see them in context. So I've literally filtered my entire all my feeds. No.
Make sure you stay away from them because I did have it ruined, and like I just stay away from the internet in general until you've sunk 40 hours in.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to do what we did with the Rise of Skywalker and just read the leaks.
Here's the thing: the Rise of Skywalker ones, I didn't believe because there were too many.
There were too shit as well.
No, it wasn't. It was shit. There was just too many of them, and then I thought, no film can have this many plot points. I then watched Rise of Skywalker.
Don't worry.
Honestly,
most of them don't get resolved. It's all right.
No, they just happen, and they do something. They give you another one to forget about the last one.
I feel like that's what you can sum up the third to like go off on the full Star Wars tangent. Like that's what you can sum up the sequels trilogy as, just things that happened.
Things that happened but have absolutely no meaning.
They have no context or meaning. Like, because it sums up, like when as we've all watched the end one, right? The final.
Yeah.
It comes to an ending and there's no massive big world change. Like,
it's not even that. I like Last Jedi and I like Force Awakens. Rise of Skywalker negates both of them.
Yeah.
It ruins Rey. Like the final scene, the final shot destroys her character.
We're getting off the point a bit here.
That's a rant for another day.
As much as we could rant about it, let's leave that to another video.
But like Rey being character ruined, a possible acquisition for a first-party only console could ruin games. Boys, segue.
Should we just move away from console exclusives? Like,
yeah.
I
want cross-platform, and it seems like that's sort of coming.
Wait, that's the thing. That's what's coming. So when you're doing like, this is PS4 only, PS5 only, it's like, why?
This is cinema only.
Well, you could potentially. You could if you really want to be artsy, and if you want to be a dick about it.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan's Tenet. He's being a dick about it. It's not coming out on
Fortnite only. Do you mean?
Fortnite, yeah. Just.
I'm interested to know what it is, which film they're going to be showing. I assume that one's actually that's a game. I assume it's either going to be Batman Begins or Inception.
Well, I thought it was Tenet, which is kind of mad. I think
no, they showed a trailer.
Oh god, because that's going to be sort of mental if they do. Because I heard, what was the PS5? There was a game at the PS5 launch event, and I watched the interviews after. And to nicely segue it back around, and it was a this was the PC Gamer event. Did you watch that? Any of that?
No. Are you talking about Persona 4?
No, it was this weird vinyl dolls game.
Yeah, you lost me here.
With these vinyl dolls, it's like an online, like MMO where you collect like Funko Pop vinyls, but not that brand.
Oh, I thought there's not a Funko game.
Yeah, it's not a Funko licensed one. But not Funko. Their plan was to make it a games as a service that will in the future feature movies and like news releases. They said that on the day that they announced it.
That's dumb.
That's corporate suicide.
That was
dumb.
corporate suicide. Like, I've never heard someone literally put themselves on the chopping block as in, oh, don't worry, this game isn't, like, for fun. This is to, like, this is, like, for monetization and, like, partnerships.
money.
Like, I've never seen someone do it like that.
Fortnite got it right. It just started as if Battle Royale, and it became something else in the process.
Yeah, so when Tenet does finally air on Fortnite, yeah,
It'll be Batman just because they'll sell a skin or something.
Yeah, they've already done it before, so I feel like they would literally, it'd be minimal effort to do that.
It would be quite cool, though, you know, like a communal thing. It's the closest we can get.
I'd watch it. Why not? Like,
So, segueing from a PS5 into another game series, PS5, not PS5, Arkham, Batman, Asylum City Night.
in that order. Asylum Knight of the City of the Dark Batman. Yeah.
The Dark
The
Batman,
origins
not the White
of this
Batman.
conversation.
No, but so I'm the resident comic fan here, as you might know, from all the 5 videos or whatever it is now.
The many 5 videos.
The one where I talk about comics for like 5 minutes in one of them and never reference it again. But Batman Arkham Asylum, very good Batman game.
Yeah.
You know, Batman Arkham City, very good Batman game.
Good game. Good
Batman
game.
Arkham Knight, Arkham Origins, only played that a little bit, so I can't really comment on that much.
It's a tough one.
It's a weird one though, so that's why I'm not going to comment on it. Arkham Knight, it had its good bits.
It's the best made one.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think.
Oh, I don't know, because like it felt like
it is the best made
it is, but
one.
then they brought in a new mechanic and they force fed it to you.
I wouldn't call that badly made. I would call that badly designed.
Well, for replayability, like, okay, right now, you've got your Xbox in front of you, you've got only Arkham City and only Arkham Knight installed. Which one are you going to play just to have a bit of a free roam?
Arkham City. Just
Really?
Really?
Just like-
Just a bit of a free roam?
just going
It'd have
round.
to be Knight for the graphics,
After
for the...
Knight. Yeah.
I don't know, because
the Easter
Arkham
eggs.
City
Yeah.
has like it has quite a few Easter eggs in a smaller location.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
realise
they-
how small it was until I saw a video including it the other day.
Yeah.
The map
it's-
is not even a square mile in-game.
No, which is it works.
I need to
'cause-
replay it. I need to replay Arkham City. I'm trying to get up the collection on PS4.
They're very good. I've got them on the Xbox as well. They're very,
Have you got
very
the
good.
remastered ones? The
Return to Arkham and...
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I
they're
meant.
both...
I'm trying to get a copy of it for a good price.
They're very good.
What a game series. Thing is that
But no-
they know that Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City are like beloved games because the story's really good in them. Like, I
They're
will say
revolutionary, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Arkham
fair.
Asylum got that combat system down.
Which every, like, I don't know, open world game from
Third-
between, like, 2013 onwards until about now? Like, until
It's
what
like
got...
more like-
until
Yes.
Dark Souls, would you say? Sort of, then, like, if you look at stuff like Jedi Fallen Order, where they've sort of adopted the get good or die hard sort of...
Yeah, but even then, like even like Jedi Fallen Order is still the Arkham mechanics.
It
just
very much is.
Borrows the gaming, the gameness, the gamifying of Dark Souls. It's just, but it's got this.
Yes.
I think with Asylum, like Asylum's a linear, City's an open world. Like, which one do you
Yeah.
prefer, Asylum and City?
Oh, City.
That's a big question.
Yes, I think story, like environment wise, I do really enjoy Arkham Asylum.
Mm.
But then
Yeah.
Arkham City, it's like, you know, the story, there's more to it, there's a lot more to do there.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, we're
But then-
obviously missing Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins game on the original Xbox in this conversation.
No.
Come on. I mean, that is... Well, but like, all jokes aside, that was sort of what made me see Arkham Asylum as such an upgrade, because it was like very similar. It was very linear, you know, kind of fit with the movie.
Yeah.
So to see then given Arkham City and just being like, okay, you're Batman, go.
When
Like,
Arkham. When did Arkham Asylum come out?
2009.
Yeah.
2009. Wow, 11
It
years.
was after Dark. It was
Yeah.
after Dark
Cool.
Knight, and it was it's 10 years old.
Because I know that because thing. Captain America: First Avenger, the game,
Yeah.
apparently uses
Yes.
a very similar Arkham style combat system.
Did it come
I
out
mean-
before
No. Wait, Batman or Captain America?
America?
Captain America was 2011.
Right. Oh, that's
Just
smack bang like they've
with
just
the
seen it and
movie.
gone, right, that's what we're making.
Because thing is, when I looked at that game, because I was like, that looks shit. But then I looked at it and I thought, you know what? That doesn't look so terrible. Like, the graphics are nowhere near as good as they should be, as are most movie kind of games.
Yeah, movie like film tie-in games. They're like they
You shouldn't do
don't
them. Just-
you don't get them anymore.
Can I have a
Don't
rant?
get-
Yeah, I miss them a lot.
Oh, do you know?
Bro, like I would. Yeah, I don't know if it's like
Games.
I don't know if it's like a product of just like, you know, the childhood wonder of watching a film and then going, wow, it'd be cool to live that or like to play that. But like I do, like don't you just see films now? Like I don't know, a prime example would be like The Hunger Games. When that came out, that was like just after the end of movie tie-ins. And it was like we just started getting a series of like young adult novels made into films that would have been perfect for those kind of games. And
But we got Hunger Games game.
was it good?
Fortnite.
Oh yeah, there we go.
So,
There we go.
What's the best trilogy? Right? Is it Batman, Arkham, or is it Lego Batman?
Oh, that's you've opened the can of worms
I only
here.
played two of them.
Oh,
Did you miss 3?
man,
I missed
3.
two.
What a game, 3. And 2 is really good as well.
Well, oh,
Just
if
for the world,
3
I
had
mean.
2's open world map, that would be the
Yeah.
best game.
I think 3, it was the characters and like the storyline. Like,
Oh, the characters were so good in the third game.
it wasn't a Batman game.
Nope.
It
at
never
all.
was.
It was a
never
Green
was.
Lantern game with like stuff kind of mixed in, like Brainiac.
There were so many lanterns.
That's the thing, because it came hot off the heels of like the big Green Lantern resurgency in the comics.
Yeah.
Lego Batman 3, when was that?
2013?
2014. So
14. Ooh.
the Green Lantern run, I think, ended in 2012?
Damn. Was that like New 52 or
No, it was Jeff Johns' Green
Jeff
Lantern.
Johns?
Oh, was that big omnibus thing?
What do you mean, Big Omnibus?
Like, was that like a big storyline he did?
He did, like, he revitalised it all.
I mean, that's why he's so popular in stuff like in Injustice 2 more so than Injustice 1.
his,
And like,
his Green Lantern ended in 2013.
oh,
So, a year.
Enough time. Yeah. I mean, it's sidetrack, but is Green Lantern big enough to like be its own, like Batman, be its own cinematic universe?
very good point.
Green Lantern, not cinematic universe, but
The same way Batman could easily.
can-
franchise.
no, right. So, Batman cannot be a cinematic universe as such. He could be, but then in the same way you say that, you could say that about the Flash or about Green Lantern, or about Wonder Woman, the Amazons, or
Yeah.
like Martian Manhunter and stuff like that. You could take a number of characters, like Aquaman could be a franchise if you really wanted it to be.
They tried. They're trying. I don't know if it's.
I mean, it could work. But the thing with Batman is it has to be like Batman, Bat family members. Whereas Green Lantern could just be like, any kind of character with a Green Lantern run.
Yeah. So they've done enough like moments where they've just given the regular DC heroes a ring and sent them on their way.
Yeah. Blackest Night is probably the best example of that.
Yeah, Blackest Night, definitely.
Wouldn't be surprised if neither of you had an idea, but yeah.
No, it's all good.
No, but with
I know the.
Although if you'd like a copy of it, I do have a copy spare.
How do you have a copy spare?
I ordered it. It came really badly packaged. It was one of those like boxes that like folds up,
Oh god.
and they'd folded it, and like the edge of the book had been caught in the fold, so it was like properly bent up. So I just said to them like, you know, it's wrecked, and they just said, "Oh, we wouldn't want you to send it back, so just like, give it to
Don't
someone
give it
else.
us back, please.
Give it to charity or someone." And so I've got 2 copies of it now.
Oh, mad. That's kind of cool.
So if you want one, just
Hit me up.
hit me up. Yeah. But
Right,
anyway,
that's a weird. There was another Lego Batman game we've just completely forgot about. Did you? Well, it's not.
Lego
it wasn't
Batman
called
1.
Lego Batman, was it?
DC for supervillains.
DC Supervillains.
Oh man, that game
Clearly only made off the success though of Suicide Squad.
That game.
Well,
did look
success
good,
is questionable.
though.
did.
No. So DC Supervillains is based on Forever Evil, which is once again written by Jeff Johns. You know, can you see there's a bit of a thing here?
Yeah, there's a recurring theme here.
Jeff Johns is a good writer. That's just basically it. So
Or Jeff Johns makes money. Is that a better one?
because he's good at his job.
Ah, the businessman.
Because he's good at his job, only really. But that one, it was like a weird kind of. We've done Batman. We've had all the superheroes, so let's do supervillains.
It was
And just
create
see
your
how
own
it goes.
protagonists, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, it was them trying out the. So basically, from what I've seen, is because they went with the new style, wasn't it? For Lego games, because they're introducing like a new style.
No, that's Skywalker Saga.
No, I think I'm not wrong in saying that they added in some of those features into
They probably
DC.
added
what sort of-
features, but the big reboots with Skywalker Saga.
Yeah, I think DC Super was like
gonna be
the
interesting.
precursor to Rise of Skywalker's. Like,
Little test run.
yeah, just to kind of get some of the features in there, but give a game out because they needed something to give out. Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Obviously sidetracking again, but honestly, this is just a nice windy path. What do you think the new features are? Because honestly, I'm a bit of a lover of the Lego games. I can't lie.
I think it'll just be probably like
Proper melee
Different-
system.
different problem stuff, maybe more
Yeah.
button usage.
I've heard a lot recently about online co-op.
Oh yeah, that's definitely something they need to do.
Yeah, that's a Lego game. I mean, online co-ops would be a thing.
Should God, thank God, because they're very stuck in the ways of it. At the moment, it was like couch co-op only.
Which I don't think should go away.
No way.
Because
Absolutely
guess
not.
what? No games are doing that, and it's quite sad, really, when you think about that.
Yeah.
Lego games are the only ones that could do it.
It's also
But did you see it get a way out? The EA
the two
two prisoners escape
Yeah.
game. Yeah, it was very good, but that was online ability as well. Split screen, but online, which was very good. Like
weird but good.
it was, yeah, but weirdly seamless.
So I think the best Lego game is obviously Lego Marvel Superheroes. Greatest game of all time. You know, just is.
Jumping from the helicarrier and tell me it's not a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
God, doesn't even take a loading screen to get back up. Oh, the
doesn't.
dream.
It's all in one place. There's Easter eggs in there. It's like,
I mean, did you play Lego Avengers?
I don't know, because it was MCU, and I was like, I've seen the movies.
I'd rather play something that's based directly on the films than the mishmash that is Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
God,
Ooh, that's a horrible game. Don't remind me.
I have that, and I think I've played it like I finished the story and then didn't play it.
I played the story and did that. I spent 30 quid on that game,
Yeah,
and I was like, I could have bought a good game for that money.
there's just
or
no
less.
replayability compared to Lego Marvel Superheroes.
It's terrible.
Or Avengers.
Like, I don't know what they would like. So, it came out in 2016, I think. Lego Marvel
Or 17?
Superheroes 2.
16 or
Yeah.
17. It was
2017. So, in 2017,
I think
that was Marvel was coming off of the like big diversity thing, and what they'd done was they hired a load of these like diverse writers, and and some of them weren't very good. Some of them don't. Some of them, surprisingly, aren't at Marvel anymore.
That's
They
weird.
just kind of disappeared, you know. But they had those writers. and at the time they were like, it wasn't good. So the dialogue in Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 is like so cringeworthy and bad. It's like Lego Marvel 1, it was so simple. And so
here's a good example between Lego Marvel Superheroes 1 and 2. Lego Marvel Superheroes 1 is Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 is Avengers Assemble.
No. That's rude, because that's rude, right? Avengers Assemble is not as bad as it kind of seems on the surface. It has its good bits. The animation, yeah, but it has its good bits. The story's actually alright. It does its own thing, but
it's tough.
But right,
you may have been dropping out a little bit here.
James is gone.
Yeah, with the storms, if people will know about this time of the week that we've recorded this, that storms are absolutely ravaging us as a nation.
Thunderstorms. So if any of us just disconnect, well, if James disconnects
we
again,
just fill the time and make it sound okay.
But
God, it's going very bad. I feel like I might just be talking.
Can you hear me?
That's kind of cool.
Can you hear me, Harry?
I can now. It was bad there for a second.
All right, I did not get that because it sounded fine to me.
Oh, it's gone again.
Oh shit!
Wow, this is.
I can hear you, Harry, but
okay. So if I fill the time, that's sort of okay. I'll keep going.
Yeah, just
one man army.
Jesus Christ!
But yeah, it's. I feel like Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 included a lot of deep cuts into the comics and not so MCU friendly content.
No.
Damaged.
Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. It just like, I don't know what they're thinking, but they just like chucked a bunch of these comics shit on the page and went, oh look, Secret Wars was a thing in 2015. And it had like a mishmash.
It acts like its sequel.
No, it doesn't. It's
oh yeah, nothing like it.
Thing. But the thing is, right? It's such a weird game, right? That they have a character in it. Okay, they have Captain Britain in that game, but it's his original costume, which he wore for like a small amount of time. Lego Marvel Superheroes
with the staff.
Yeah, Lego Marvel Superheroes 1. He has his actual, like, kind of more commonly known costume. So why did you change it?
I think it's only because, like, they did it because of the castle, and is it Camelot? Was it?
Yeah, but
I don't know what,
that's such a weird, like.
The map was stupid. The map
was
like
so dumb. Like, let's go to 2099. You know?
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, it's Kang the Conqueror just dragged. It's a thing from the comics as well, in like a very popular story, but
it's not
where they dragged all of the famous locations from. Well, as people who
you're actually wrong there. So in 2015, Jonathan Hickman had done a 2-year Avengers run, which had Infinity, which is where the Cull Obsidian comes from, which is Ebony Maw and that lot.
The Children of Thanos when they were called in there, which is so dumb.
So
Black Order. Yeah.
Secret Wars was like the big ending where Doctor Doom pulled the remnants of the universe and made a planet, and that's basically what they took as inspiration for this kind of battle world mishmash, and it didn't work because they did a really weird story.
I mean, it's perfect for a game when you think about if you're creating the game and you're like, oh well. It gives us endless possibilities of who we can bring in, how we can explain it in a story sense, not just as an open world.
Yeah, but however, they didn't do it very well.
They didn't at all. They
terribly.
The problem with the Lego games is it will always hurt us a little bit because they do have to cater for kids as well.
That's the funny thing though, because they cater for kids, and they still offer a better game with superheroes in them, and a lot of them do.
Oh yeah, there's no other open world superhero game like Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Because the
where
thing
you can
is,
just instant on the switch turn to your favourites.
Yeah, the heroes act like heroes.
Yeah.
You know? They're not influenced by
God, it's not just Prototype where you're just slaying and murdering.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think to bring it back round to to where we
to Batman Arkham
superheroes, like
or
is it
superheroes.
Batman Arkham.
I don't know. It's been Lego for about 20 minutes, so I think we might as well just go to Lego today.
No, because it's better superheroes and like online. Like you look at like the Square Enix Avengers game.
Ooh.
I have not been more bored at the stuff I have been given for the Square Enix Avengers game. It just looks so dull.
They are doing the thing that they shouldn't be doing. They're doing we're not going to tell you much because we know you're excited. But no one has expressed excitement.
They've been very coy.
Like, there's not enough of a group of people that are going, please tell us more, please tell us more. And they're like, aha, we're not telling you. Like, they should have shown us something more than the first mission.
I think it's a game of service game.
They dicked us over with that, event. What was it? Like,
the
Avengers
A-Day presentation.
Is that the one that's coming this... last month, they had that video, and it was like, you've been asking.
Oh, God.
In about a month, we're going to tell you. It's like, why?
Okay, hype.
Why not just tell us now?
I understand hype.
But hype...
Yeah. This game, I don't think is going to do well.
Yeah.
I think it's going to do okay.
I think
In sales.
But enough to last years, as they've been saying.
No.
They say, here's the thing. Fine.
Unless they put it round.
Games of service Marvel game, fine.
Yeah.
Don't put Avengers on it. Avengers deserves better.
Avengers does deserve better. When we see how good Spider-Man PS4 was as a product, Avengers deserves better.
Yeah. And I assume, like, look, you're going to see, like, Yen Iron Man VR. soon.
Yes.
But the chances of getting, like, a third-person open-world Iron Man game are still a possibility.
Yeah.
With Avengers, you've blown it. With the name,
This is it, Chief. You can't rebrand it, can you, after this? Like, you can't have, like, someone else make an Avengers game that's better.
Like, Captain America, give me a linear, Uncharted-style Captain America game.
Ooh. Give me a massive open world, Just Cause 3 Iron Man game.
Yeah. Like, they would never do someone else's IP, but Naughty Dog with Captain America, get ready for, like, probably the best game ever.
Give me a Hitman game that follows the Punisher.
Oh.
Yeah.
That Punisher game that they did release years ago would have... that would go off. I feel like I'd want a linear Punisher game. That's the only thing. A Max Payne 3. Or
it'd have to be like a... more like a Watch Dogs kind of style, or GTA.
Yeah, happily.
Or even Driver. Have you played that series? Driver 3. I remember that. I played that, and it was like...
Is that the one where you could, like, teleport into other cars?
No, that was San Francisco, but Driver 3 or whatever it was. I think it was, but you were like...
Drive 3-er, that one. I remember that one.
I think you were an undercover cop or something. But you were like... It was like full-on GTA, but you're a cop. So just do that and, like, Punisher, and you're not meant to kill civilians.
I mean, all of the Hulk Ultimate Destruction games are, like, perfect.
You can't do a Hulk game. It's like... Come on.
I think... Yeah, so that's the thing, like, you can still use these characters in their own games, but Avengers, you've done it.
I'm just going to say this right now. I think we should try and stop bashing Avengers, because it hasn't come out yet. It could be a phenomenal game. And
I think we just... I think we're still on the good side of the bashing, though. I feel like we're not quite writing it off as a product.
But I'm just trying to say, like...
I want it to be great. I want it to be like Spider-Man PS4.
Yeah. That's what we want. As fans. That's what we're just asking. We're allowed to criticize, and it's just it's rough because we have these expectations that clearly the people making it have expectations too, and we sometimes don't understand why they don't match.
Yeah, I understand about, like, not meeting your expectations, but when I see a game that's almost going to be like a games of service with the Avengers name, I just don't see that. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Avengers does limit it as well by a name. Like,
if it's like Marvel Universe or something like that, I could...
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Marvel Universe, it'd be an alright, like, or just... Marvel Superheroes, the game.
Marvel Superheroes is,
But the Avengers, the thing is, it's easy to just go, oh, look, Black Knight's here. because he was an Avenger once, and
Yeah.
Sandman's here because he was an Avenger once, and like stuff like
Be
that.
prepared to not have them for years if this because you know what they're going to do now. They've called it Avengers. They're going to pick every character kiddies with their wallets know from the films.
I was pissed off when like people start going like, "Where's Hawkeye on the roster?" It's like the Avengers from the movies are not the only fucking roster in the comics, right? It's
I'm telling you now, it's literally going to be besides Kamala Khan, which was a
that wasn't. Yeah.
It's going to be Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Hawkeye, Doctor Strange. Before you get any of the deeper cut Avengers,
exclusive content, so you know it's going to be Yuri Lowenthal Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm actually down for that though. I can't. I don't think I can complain. That'd be hype.
It's just
The thing is, when they announced Marvel's Avengers, and people were like, "Oh, I hope they do a crossover with Spider-Man." It's like, you do realize that they're different companies. Spider-Man's an exclusive, which already really messes it up.
Yeah,
even
it's
then
like,
it doesn't. You just don't reference it.
how can you play as Spider-Man with the controls as well? It took a whole game to master his controls.
No, but how? James, what do you mean by don't reference it? How can you do a crossover and not reference it? Like,
no, what I mean is like Spider-Man can reference Avengers and appear in Avengers, but Avengers doesn't heavily reference Spider-Man.
Yes.
Similarly,
Yes, that's a very good way.
Yeah. So you can still use that same Spider-Man, but he's just very disconnected but connected. As opposed to
you mentioned it as well. There's there's whole two game development studios as well. Like your Spider-Man that we all like exactly as well. Like and even rights owners. Like man.
Yeah.
We're gonna get X-Men characters, I think, first.
I'm not sure.
X-Men,
I think it's too much of a risk for them at the moment.
Give me an X-Men RPG.
Oh, like Destiny. The X-Men Destiny, as that went sort of strange.
Why an RPG?
Because it's like you're a mutant. I don't know, just...
That's what X-Men Destinies was. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, but...
Oh.
I don't know, like an RPG?
Weird, I sort of recommend... I do respect... Like, that is actually a very good... See, I think that's what we should have got already from the X-Men, and I'm surprised that they hadn't done it with quality so far.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking AAA top quality.
Yeah.
Not
so when you play like games like The Witcher, and you pick up different armor pieces and whatnot. See, a superhero game where you can upgrade your armor pieces and change your suits and stuff, just as like a mechanic, not as like skins, would be quite an interesting concept.
Well, that's what they're aiming to do in Avengers, isn't it?
The thing is, when they showed that and they showed the skins as well, I wasn't sure whether it's like...
I don't know how they're doing that as well. I don't think the armor's going to become cosmetic.
No, in some games, it's like Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that, like you have your outfits, like your clothes, like your hats and your jackets.
Sure.
And then you have your outfits. And I'm not sure whether they're trying to say like, oh yeah, your whole skin is going to be like 5 parts of this outfit, or if it's going to be like, here's a skin. It's a skin. That's it.
I think that's going to be. I think your gear's going to be non-cosmetic, and the skins are going to be the
thing. It's like, what's the point?
It's half-assed, isn't it? Really, really is half-assed. You might as well just have a skill tree where you upgrade it.
Yeah,
and this armor. It has a level, like a light level, like in Destiny.
And a brand like in Borderlands.
Yeah,
oh no.
I like Destiny. But it doesn't work with Avengers. It should.
It really doesn't.
But
we're going to have like Hulk fists branded by Stark Technology. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like, that kind of thing. Like, we have Joe Fixit. We have like the classic outfits they've shown in the for the like deal for the like pre-order thing. But it's just like, what's the point? If I like in The Witcher, I was playing it yesterday. Went to this vampire place, got a full set of armor there, and it's like if you use every piece of this armor, you get like extra points on your like health basically when you kill people. So
Oh no, so it's like the synergy of the armor pieces.
yeah. So if you have the full set, it has like I think it's like 6%. So it's not much, but something. So
Yeah, but it's,
if I was to say like, oh, I can wear 6 pieces of this armor, and my Iron Man suit is like complete, and I get like these buffs, that's something I'm interested in. But if it's like I can wear this random ass thing that doesn't actually show off my character,
no,
that
that's good.
doesn't that does stuff, but I can't see it, so it doesn't really,
I think
it
I
doesn't
think
interest me.
they are making the wrong game for the wrong IP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
think it should have been Square Enix anyway. I don't.
Yeah. An RPG when you like Iron Man RPG when you're like combining armor and all that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I just
That'd be
can't.
cool.
I just
Makes
can't
sense.
believe how Square Enix could make this game. Like,
Yeah.
how was this their idea?
How did they pitch this? And they went, yeah, that sounds good.
The Square Enix I assume as Final Fantasy, I know one of them's online, but do they have like an online service game?
I don't know.
Not yet, no. Well, ooh, didn't they? Was it
It's one
Metal
Final
Gear
Fantasy.
Solid?
Oh, that's
Konami. That's Konami, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Konami. Square Enix. I don't think they do have a games as a service.
Notable Square
Every
Enix
publisher
games.
has one.
Final Fantasy.
One Final Fantasy
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh god.
I'm talking like, do they have a game that's online and microtransaction?
No, Tomb Raider, Life
No.
is Strange, Kane and Lynch.
No.
You're not
So
getting
no.
I mean,
Deus Ex, Just Cause. Like, we're not getting.
Take-Two has GTA,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's a
EA has many.
but
I mean, like FIFA turns over hand over fist.
Billions.
Marvel's Avengers.
I think that's what they're doing.
I mean, to like save this whole like
Oh my God,
debate
wait.
and say,
Wait.
oh, hello.
Wait, we have news.
What? Ooh.
We have news from like 2 hours ago. Jesus, that is. How do we
Oh,
miss
look
that?
at us, up to date.
My God. Right,
Is it big?
the team's just closed. Piss off, Ad. They get all right. So one of the dudes, the team's just closed out this trailer. We can't wait for the fans to see it. And the image, it shows basically kind of these updated armors.
I saw that. Was it with Black Widow with something in her eyes?
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw
they
that.
look sick. To be fair,
They do look kind of cool. Are they the Stark? I've heard. Like, are they the Stark Tech ones?
They look like Stark Tech. Like I'm
makes
like
sense.
Thor has like.
Kamala Khan's gold tinges look really nice.
Oh yeah, it's Stark Tech. Yeah, and Hulk's just normal, which I like.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wait.
I don't think.
No, I
Oh,
think
they should have suited him.
I think he has. Yeah, he's wearing stuff.
Oh, boy, that's sick.
I think he has stuff in his like hands and stuff. But anyway, it looks cool.
To sort of like rescue the world and how we could feel about a possible multi-character, game by a developer could be the discussion about Rocksteady's game that's been in development for about 7 years.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This
Have you
is the
seen-
weird one?
Wait, Rockstar.
Yeah. Rocksteady.
Rocksteady.
Oh,
The-
Rocksteady.
the Batman.
Yeah, sorry.
The Superman game that was cancelled. The Suicide Squad game.
Justice.
Yeah.
Montreal.
Oh yeah, but then the assets were taken over and then cancelled again.
WB Montreal was making 2 games in parallel. They're making a Damian Wayne game, we know that, and they're making a Suicide Squad game.
Yeah, but they've right. So the game features iconic heroes as you've never seen them before. Why would you do that? Why would you have an ad just come up? Right. Notable villains, recognizable locations, and awesome powers set in an original Avengers story.
Oh dear.
Unlock powerful skills, heroic abilities, and unique gear for each of Avengers. Blah blah blah, to suit your playstyle. But the thing is, unique gear, like it's non-cosmetic. From what we could be wrong here. Just still saying.
Yeah.
Up
But it
to
looked
4
like from what we know.
players. Up to 4 players assemble online to defend the Earth from blah blah blah. That sounds like just an online game mode. That doesn't sound like the game's online. It's a blah blah blah. It sounds
That's
like
true,
yeah.
but it's the expanding story, which is what they talk about, which is what gets me.
By the way, with this the Arkham news and stuff. So we're going to get at this very similar times, Rocksteady and WB Montreal releasing 2 games, both tied in with DC products.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing, which I think, who's going to be doing... I've heard one of them's doing the Arkham, and it could also be, Warner Brothers Montreal doing the next Arkham game, which would be a sequel to Origins, which people are saying on here.
The biggest thing
was also be said to was meant to be a soft reboot for the franchise.
Yeah. But the biggest thing that's coming...
Yeah, soft reboot.
Biggest thing that's coming in just over a month is Comic-Con. So online Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Because it's,
Digital online Comic-Con, yeah.
And then, is it a month after that? August? June, yeah. So a month or so after that, I think, I've probably forgotten the date. It was August, wasn't it?
Yes, it was 22nd.
Yeah. So a month after that, we're having the DC one. DC has to announce stuff at the Comic-Con one. They have to. Because...
Yeah.
People want to see something. So
Warner Brothers is setting up for the quickest the most rapid marketing campaign of all time without announcing this Batman game.
Honestly, I mean,
October, November.
Jason Schreier, the massive game leaker, he said that he knew for sure that at this year's E3, like obviously without COVID, Warner Brothers were going to be there for their first ever Warner Brothers only one, announcing the Harry Potter game, Rocksteady's game, and Warner Brothers Montreal's game,
Monolith,
and Monolith, yeah, and NetherRealm. So
which was meant to be Shadow of Mordor 3,
and I'm guessing a fighter.
Injustice 3.
Would it be actually? Wow.
That makes no sense.
They were stacked.
The last one.
And now we've not heard of any of them so far.
So Comic-Con, what if they would say, right, so we have a bit of film news to come in a month. So they do what Marvel's Avengers did, and they do you want to see the Suicide Squad trailer? Well, it's coming in a month. Here's the release date. They're going to have to get
with the Batman game.
Yeah.
They're going to have to announce a teaser with the Batman game.
But they've got to announce...
They won't do the games at Comic-Con. They really won't, will they?
No.
They've got to do something.
They have to announce, for your special look at our new Batman game, Batman Insurgency.
Yeah.
Batman Insurgency.
And the Justice League.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
especially the Batman game, because that one needs... Rocksteady's game's not coming until next year.
No, what I mean is there has to be something of substance.
Yeah.
They can't just go, if you want to know about this, wait a month. If you want about that other thing, wait a month. Yeah. They have to.
But this is Warner Brothers, man. They've done this stuff before, and they're probably just going to do a really anticlimactic Wonder Woman release trailer.
Unless, because it is Comic-Con, they focus on comics. Because they have got some big stuff at the moment.
Ever about the comics?
Yeah,
it was at the start.
But now it is just a platform for movie trailers, and I don't even think they're gonna.
It's not even for like franchises now. It's like for horror. It's like it's
everything. Yeah,
that's the problem because
it's E3.
They've kind of let it go. TV. Really?
Yeah.
Like, if you want to have a film like con, they should have film cons. Like
they do.
I know, that's the weird thing. It's like, why is Comic-Con the one that is kind of...
But it's not Comic-Con, though. It's not San Diego Comic-Con.
No.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not San Diego Comic-Con.
But I think...
Everybody's got their eyes on Comic-Con the same way they've got their eyes on E3.
You wouldn't know us, but... Well, you might know, Dan. Today was the release of the first issue of Dark Knight's Death Metal by Scott Snyder and Go Capullo.
Yeah.
Now, that's... a big event, it's hyped by pretty much everyone. Like, I can't wait to buy it. Harry, your Xbox has gone mental again. There we go. That was well. So basically, it's a huge event. They've been leading up to this for a good few years now. Are you there? Are you there? People?
Yeah, I'm back. Hello, we're all good.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically. They've led up to this for years, and at the start of this year, the guy who was supposed to be spearheading the next phase Dan Dido or Dido, whatever, got fired.
Right.
So if DC wanted to say, right, this Comic-Con, we're going to properly announce what we're doing in comics, because they haven't, it would make sense. And it would be of substance.
But I don't know, but it's really still tough though, because the most money that they are getting in is the films and the merchandising and the.
But then if they were to take a risk and put the focus on the comics, that could be a useful risk.
But in a year when marketing isn't going to be as easy.
I mean, they just split from their like main supplier or whatever it is. So that's something.
Yeah. I would very much not be surprised to not see any comic news at all.
No, I mean,
there's going to be comic news. There's going to be. There always is. But, you know, like... I
think comics aren't popular.
It's weird.
Really.
It's weird. They're not. And yet...
They're popular enough to keep on going.
The characters are popular.
Yeah.
And the storylines that get written in them and the stuff that happens are so popular that they get them into movies and games and people play them. And, like... It's like... James Gunn the other day did Anton Crash on his Instagram, and someone asked him, like, did Hondo or something from Clone Wars, so Star Wars, did he inspire Yondu? And he replied saying, no, Yondu's been around for years.
Exactly.
And I thought, I didn't even realise people didn't know that. Like, I thought people at least had, like, a basic knowledge of where these characters came from. And,
but remember, you're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, the thing before 24.
I know, but if you have Instagram, you have the internet, you could search it yourself.
Yeah, but people don't do that. It's ease of access. We live in like a generation of just we know what we get told.
I'm just gonna ask James Gunn instead of searching it on Google.
Yeah.
No, but I think James Gunn would give a more honest answer.
What?
I don't know.
I'm so confused by that.
Yeah, comics aren't as popular.
They aren't as big,
but they're big enough to keep.
Because they don't make enough. They don't make as much money, and it's a business, isn't it?
The problem is they have ramped up the cost of comics, and that's why you see people buy trade paperbacks and hardbacks. Like today, I bought 2 hardbacks. Just because, why not?
Yeah.
And that, I've got comics, I've got plenty of them, but I like to buy the book ones because they're neater. They're neater, and they have the variant cover gallery at the back usually. Sometimes they'll have a script even.
Yeah,
and
I get what you mean,
but it's become an elitist sort of product, don't you believe? Though
it's It's a weird thing.
Then anything is, really. The most unelitist thing you can get is video games.
Yeah.
So, Harry.
Popcorn movies.
Yeah, so Harry. Yeah. As we are both screenwriters.
Right.
There's a thing... So, in one of the Justice League graphic novels, or comics, written by Jeff Johns, once again, somehow bringing it back to him. But, there is... At the back of it, there's a script for the first few pages, and like some of the bigger pages, and there's a splash page of like huge battle, just like tons of shit going on.
Right. Yeah.
And he gives minimal description. He just says like stuff's happening. You've got Martian Manhunter and Superman in the front, and then he just tells the artist, do whatever you like, basically.
Right.
And like I was looking at that, I was like, man, that's so different from a film.
Yeah.
Because in a film, you have to say what happens. Like, you can't just kind of...
you can't just leave it to them to be like, nah, do what you want, you've got this.
But does it depend on what artist is doing it?
It probably does. Some artists like to have a bit more freedom.
If Jim Lee's doing it, if Jeff Johns, like, say, Justice League Origins New 52, if he's saying that Jim Lee, he knows Jim Lee will do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
But if it's like Billy No Name,
Yeah.
Oh
But then
yeah,
I
he's
suppose
going to
if-
have to like. But then Jeff Johns isn't going to get a Billy No Names on his book.
yeah, that's not anyone. It's you're working on a blockbuster
It's like-
franchise book. You're not going to get nobody.
Yeah, no. It's kind of that thing of
Yeah,
like when we write for scripts, and we have to write like a big enough description. To then look at like that, where it's like a big splash page and it's like minimal description.
You've got to have your
It
vision
just-
like the whole time.
Yeah.
Imagine like not having that is kind of.
It's like I wrote a thing the other day. Only 6 pages, I know. I still need to write more on it, but I'm still thinking about it. But I can see exactly what happens and exactly how it happens and how it like should be shot and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just can't think of like handing that over to another person. Because you see some of these movies and the director has just butchered a great script.
Yeah. Oh my god, too often.
Or you get something like Dread, where the screenwriter directs the movie but doesn't get the
but I
credit.
think that was just because the director was incompetent and didn't.
Because he
turn
was
up.
he was an idiot. That's why.
So Alex Garland.
Dread is a great film.
It's a great film because the screenwriter who wrote it directed it, basically. That's why it's
He
good.
knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. Oh god. I was going to go with an accent and just dropped it, so I just sound like an idiot now. I thought, oh.
So in the concept of superheroes and superhero storytelling, can we all appreciate that Arkham Knight's twist is the most lazy thing in the world?
Oh, it's the shittest thing
absolutely.
in the world.
In world. In
In the world.
Actually, I think the Joker
Aye.
twist is the twist that you're really building up to.
What?
Yeah.
That he's
That
coming
is
back.
the twist. It's
He's not dead. Well, he is dead, but he's not dead. But he is dead.
He's,
His a living contingency plan was like the cool part.
Just
Like the Joker legacy. Is that what we're sort of talking about?
where he like infects multiple people.
Yeah.
That's a smart idea.
that is dumb.
But I don't like how it's like 6 people.
Yeah.
It's like if it had been like, oh, we have like 30 people here,
Yeah.
and we're
But
and it's like
is it the same. Yeah, no. It's the same thing in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. You know when Harry Osborn's dying because he's got a blood disease that's like at rapid rate because as soon as he learns about it, he suddenly has it.
I do not know that. I do not know that
Do you
because
remember-
I can't remember that film. It was shit.
No. Basically, he goes to Norman Osborn who's dying of a blood disease for like 60 years,
I
whatever.
thought you said Harry Osborn.
Wow, you've gone really close to the mic, Dom. I'm getting like.
I did.
No, but you know in Amazing Spider-Man 2, Harry Osborn goes to Norman Osborn who's dying. He's got a
Yep.
blood disease that's taken like so many years to. As soon as Harry learns about it, he starts dying.
Yeah.
It's the same
Oh my
thing.
God.
It's the same twist, and I think isn't it like something like he's not.
It's a very good point. As soon as Joker now lets it know that it's happened, now everyone's come out the woodwork as Jokers.
Yeah.
You see,
It's the exact same twist.
that's just smart writing. That is.
Smart writing,
Oh, it's not
yeah.
as smart as like saying the Arkham Knight. Who is this character? Is it a character that we know? No, we're going to tell you who it is in flashback form that of a character that you didn't know. Yes, we have Tim Drake, who is after Jason Todd, but Jason Todd's never been alluded to. So I just take on the face value. I take Tim Drake as the second Robin.
We need to have in this next Batman game, because if it is like Bat Family, like they said, we
Yeah.
need to have. They need to make sure they have Tim Drake, Nightwing. They have Jason Todd as Red Hood. They have all of them, and not just like we have Nightwing and Red Hood and Tim
Well, I
Drake's
Depends how
over
they fit
there.
the story.
Well, I
Depends
think
how you fit the story.
that's what the rumours are. Do you think it's going to be like the fight for the cowl, sort of?
It would be an
Oh, it's
interesting
Court
one.
of Owls. It's Court of Owls.
It's Court of Owls.
Well, yeah,
but
we
I
know
think
the villains are Court of Owls, but I'm not sure if they could stretch Court of Owls into one exciting game story.
they could, because Court of Owls did have quite a bit to it.
I've
like,
not read Court of
background
Owls.
to it.
I need to read it, but is it essentially Winter Soldier?
No, not at all.
But no,
So basically-
I mean Winter Soldier, like how high the underlying threat of the city is.
So, the Court of the Owls have been running Gotham. They are kind of like the elitists, and basically, they have these Talons
Yeah,
who are frozen and shit, and then they
is
get
it
brought
like
out.
the League
It
of
is-
Shadows?
Oh, that is Winter Soldier.
It is a
Oh,
bit.
God.
Yeah, it is Winter Soldier. Yeah, but basically, Nightwing is a grey sun, who's basically one of the Talons.
Okay.
But he's
I
not a
just
Talon.
think, I just meant the whole thing, an underlying organisation of a city that's basically working like the League of Shadows.
could-
making sure
But they
It
are
could
sleeper agents
easily-
and stuff.
Because it's Batman and Bat Family, it could easily be a whole game. If you just start it off where it's like a mystery foe,
Yeah.
or like
Well, do you think it will be Batman? That's a good question to have.
I think
do you
a
think he'll be
great-
there?
I think a
You think
great
Batman get-
thing,
Yeah.
right? A great thing to do is Batman dies or is incapacitated very early on, and
How
that's
about-
why it's Bat
Like
Family.
how Arkham finished.
Which one?
Arkham Knight,
Night. Yes,
Forgot-
I watched Dark
I've
Knight
forgotten what
Rises.
happens to him in that.
where he's gone. Basically, what you
Batman.
described, what should happen in the first 10 minutes, is how the last game ended.
Oh yeah.
So,
no,
I think
But yeah, basically, if you
Well,
just
lack of
have
Batman.
if you just have Batman goes up against some foes, and he just gets knocked out, beaten
I
up.
don't know, but he's already gone. So I feel like they just should not have Batman in this.
No, because
For
I
at least
think
a
you
long
need
time.
if it is a bit of a reboot thing, you need Batman, and that's why I think if we have Nightwing who takes over as Batman,
Yeah.
so we have Nightwing in the first mission,
That'd be ballsy.
and then Batman gets taken out, not dead. Do not kill Batman. Have him as a guy in the cave, the voiceover guy.
Yeah.
Because who wants Oracle? We want Batman.
I really don't think they've got the balls to do what's it called? Sorry,
Nightfall.
a full reboot, because they've done Nightfall, basically. Even though
I
it
would
may have
say
been
the
2
full
minutes at the
reboot-
end.
They're not doing a full reboot. It will still be a sequel to Arkham Origins,
Yes.
but it just will negate.
Wait, what happens at the end of Arkham Origins?
Amanda Waller assembles
y-
the Suicide Squad,
Does she
and
actually?
that's what the. Yeah, she hires Deathstroke,
Oh no! I had no idea.
but that's what the
So
game's
they-
going to be.
That's why they were going to make that so. Oh, bruh.
I mean, at the end of Arkham Origins,
Batman beats up Joker in a church and ditches Gordon when he tries to take Batman into custody. After that, we see
Yeah.
Suicide Squad leader Amanda Waller tells Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, she has a mission to him. This is a reference and a possible foreshadowing to a Suicide Squad. How is that a reference? That's not a reference. That's like
No, that's an obscenely obvious use of what it was.
that's like saying that's like saying at the end of Iron Man, or end of Avengers when Thanos shows up. That's a reference to Thanos. It's not a reference to
clearly
it's
the
Thanos.
future.
Me saying grass is green is a reference to grass being green.
Yeah, no.
Oh, this
I think
Cora, what a great website.
I just think they're going to pay.
If they want to sponsor us, however.
Yeah, come
just gonna,
sponsor us, please.
It's going
Someone.
to basically. I don't mind them rebooting the Arkham series like this. I think it's actually quite a smart way. They can continue to make Batman games, but keep the Rocksteady trilogy intact.
Yeah. I'd like it to be another world, maybe. Universe.
Another, just Batman in space.
You know what I mean? As in, not the same story.
A different
it's gonna be a
universe and
different
multiverse, whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
A reboot.
This will be the Bumblebee.
Yeah,
Bumblebee
so
for
it's a soft reboot, kind of reboot.
It's meant to be a sequel, how Bumblebee was made as a prequel to the Michael Bay films. But if you watch Bumblebee,
It's
it
not.
clearly negates the Michael Bay films.
I haven't seen it, but I know it's not.
Bumblebee's very good. Yeah. It's
So-
an 80s John Hughes. Never mind.
Do you know how long we've been recording, or can you not see it?
No, we can't. Never can.
See it, but
Oh,
I
wow.
imagine it's an hour and 45.
Yeah, this
Hour
was
and
a long one.
45. Jeez. That would be a hell of a time. I do have to say.
We've got an hour and 20.
We are on 69.
Oh,
That's right. That's not too bad, actually.
we're about to get to 70, so we'll end it here. It's the longest
Okay.
our longest episode yet. Talking about superheroes, not Arkham. We do
Lego
not.
We'll probably end up
Boys.
rehashing this conversation. We'll probably end up
We'll
rehashing this.
we'll redo the Arkham conversation. We'll all go back
On
and play
August 22nd,
Do
when
not
we
say
finally
that.
get news.
Do not say that. We're not going to. If there's news about the Suicide Squad, we're going to do that.
Yes, for sure.
The Today in Comics one is going to probably come out probably in a month when Comic Con happens. You know.
Yeah, unless
Today-
yet
Get on
again
the
something
algorithm.
breaks.
Yeah, unless Today in Comics, I think in a month. Yeah, if there's news, and then if not, then in 2 months when there's news. But
Wow.
basically, to just give a little explanation, Today in Gaming, Today in Film, and Today in Comics. Today in Comics is going to be like, if there's a film news thing, but it's all about comics, it's going to be on Today in Comics. So it's just,
To diversify.
yeah. So if there's like, Batman games announced, it'll be on Today in Comics, not on Today in Gaming. So
Nice, yeah. That makes
so
sense.
This
Keep it all.
this episode here will be Today in Comics episode 1, because I think gaming is like, it is gaming.
I don't
Yes,
know, we talked about PS5 a lot.
It was only for like 5 minutes.
I think keep this as gaming.
Yeah,
Today
we'll do
gaming.
I think
We talked about game. We did talk about
an establishing one
Actually,
for
yeah.
comics would be good. Like if you
Well, we could do one on Blackest Night as soon as you've read that, or have you read it or not? Like,
not as of current.
not as good, but have you read it or like?
No, I know of it,
right.
and I think I've like seen pictures of things that go with that comic. Do you know what I mean? I don't know the storyline. I know
we'll-
some of the stuff that
We'll pick
involved with
something
it.
that we can all discuss.
Yeah,
It'll be so Today in Comics will be like a review thing mainly,
Yeah.
a review discussion. So
A bit more.
or maybe lists and stuff. But maybe
short videos on like what you're reading because you're reading constantly.
I've got a lot to get through then. But that'll do it for this episode and Today in Stuff.
Yeah, and today in
Stuff.
one of the things we say it's in.
Whatever it is, Today in Gaming episode 2.
Today in your day.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode. As I said earlier in the video, go and watch the PS5 discussion if you want to know more about that. Go watch the other Today in Gaming episode on Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5. And go and watch Today in Film episode 1, High Rise episode 2, Django episode 3, the other one,
The Prestige.
Oh, come on,
The Prestige. The Prestige, and what a singer on it. So, that'll do it for today. See you Saturday for
Yep.
the Lost in Translation video.
Bye.
See ya.